All right, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be focusing on three states: Maine, the other state, this is the list, Alabama, and Texas. So, yes, as you guys already know, JCPenney announced that the Ithaca Falls, Texas location would be closing as the video was posted earlier this morning. However, we now know that two additional JCPenney's are added, one which we kind of knew about already. And then there is also one closing in Alabama. So JCPenney right now is closing three stores with SB360 Capital Partners LLC. They are in Texas, Alabama, and Maine. Pretty weird geographically located, but I guess it was due to them not renewing the lease. So obviously, let's get the elephant out of the room here, and let's take a look at the JCPenney store at Ithaca Falls, Texas. And obviously, as you guys know, I had already made a video on this particular JCPenney store earlier today, so we're not going to really waste any more time, because what's the point of already going over a JCPenney store that is already basically that we've already gone over. And then additionally to the other JCPenney that I wanted to take a look at was the Elm Plaza one, because this one I had said back a couple of months ago that this JCPenney store would also be shutting down. But actually, before we take a look at this JCPenney store, I guess just to give each of the JCPenney stores perspective equal time in this video, this is the JCPenney in Ithaca Falls, Texas at the Sky Center. Again, this is the last anchor at the mall, so the impending closing announcement does not come as a surprise. So the other JCPenney store that's closing, it's at the Elm Plaza in Waterville, Maine. And in particular, this is another one of those stores that's it's in a strip, and JCPenney is just looking to cut their losses. Again, I definitely remember doing a video on this particular JCPenney store, so I had correctly predicted when they did the article, it was correctly predicted that this store would close, and correctly predicted that SB360 Capital Partners LLC would be the company doing a full-scale liquidation of this JCPenney store. So again, this is another JCPenney that is unfortunately shutting down. All of these stores, by the way, will be ceasing operations in fall of 2024. Usually for a typical SP360 Capital Partners LLC department store type of liquidation, the process is about 3 months, and given that we're already in June, it would be basically the whole month of June, July, August, and I would say probably by Labor Day or the week or weekend after that, these JCPenney stores will cease to exist. And then the other JCPenney store that's closing, it's at the Shops at Bel Air in Mobile, Alabama. So Shops at Bel Air, I'm sorry. JCPenney, Mobile, Alabama. Whoop. Yep. So there's another one too. I mean, and this is an interesting choice by JCPenney to close this store, because it does have. I mean, this is very rare in 2024. I mean, okay, maybe you have one vacant anchor. I don't know if this was like a Sears or a Macy's at one point. Yeah, maybe this was a Sears at one point. But I'm shocked that they're closing this one. This one's in a relatively healthy mall. I mean, it has a Dillard's, it has a Belk, it has a Target. This is a decently property. I'm shocked that they're closing this one. But we'll take a look at this JCPenney as well. So it's a pretty basic looking one. This is again in Mobile, Alabama. This one is also shutting down and liquidation. This looks like it's a two-story one too. This one is also unfortunately going to be shutting down in fall of 2024. So again, this is basically the JCPenney closing list as of Friday, June 7th of 2024. That's pretty crazy that we have another round of JCPenney stores shutting down. I'm guessing that the mall chose not to, or JCPenney chose not to renew the lease at this mall, which is shocking because the mall does have a decently healthy lineup of anchor stores. I mean, Dillard's, Belk, Target. So it's a bit shocking, but I'm guessing that the space is more valuable than the actual tenant inside the store. So we all know where that leads to, and obviously that's what's happening here. So again, 3 JCPenney stores now slated for a closing: Mobile, Alabama, Waterville, Maine, and Ithaca Falls, Texas. So all these 3 stores will be shutting down in fall of 2024, and that is the JCPenney closing list as of Friday, June 7th, 2021. So again, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Link to the SP360 Capital Partners LLC site will be located in the video description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and that will be it.